Alright guys, it is February 26th. We're down here on the River Bluff unit, and today we have a primary goal of scouting for deer hunting next fall, and we're also going to be doing a few quick sets for coyote. I've had a long weekend. It's a 3-day weekend, and I've spent the whole weekend basically coyote hunting, so changing focus a little bit today. I did record pretty much all weekend, but I never had any luck doing pretty much anything, so I'm not going to put that footage up. But I did go out yesterday with the 270 and shot a little bit at 100 and 200 yards, and man, that's a fun gun to shoot. Tikka T3, love that gun, but shot really accurate, so if we do get one come in, we should be good to go. So hopefully we'll have some luck with that, but like I said, the primary goal today is going to be some scouting and shed hunting, and I got a goal for today. I'm not going to leave until I find at least one shed or kill a coyote, so we might not be leaving, but anyway, should be a fun day. Got my lunch packed. I'm gonna put that in my backpack, and so we're gonna spend pretty much the whole day out here and do a ton of walking. So good thing I got my nice boots on. By the way, pro tip, Salomon Quest 4D GTX, favorite boots of all time. We got them for elk hunting this year. We posted a review on them, but like I said, they're by far my favorite boots of all time, and I've just put tons and tons of miles on them this fall and through the winter, so they've held up really well. Just love them, so check those out. Check out the review. I'll link that in the description box, but good boots for sure. Alright, just got to the first set that I'm going to make for coyotes. I'm going to start calling as soon as the wind dies down, but basically I have a big marsh out in front of me, super thick, and then a river bluff behind me, just mature hardwoods, and I know there has to be some coyotes down here. There's a south wind coming straight out of the marsh, so it should be good, but coyote hunting, you never know. Well, no coyotes came in, which is not a surprise, but this is a really awesome place to deer hunt. I've hunted here a couple times this past season and always saw a deer. So like I said, there's this big marsh out in front, and I think the primary deer movement is from bedding in this marsh to feeding in the ag fields in these hardwoods on this river bluff behind me here. And this is a special spot narrowed down because a really heavy trail comes off this point, and for some reason the deer here prefer to walk the points up instead of like the valleys. A really heavy trail comes off the point here down into the marsh and meets several trails paralleling this transition line down here, meeting up this marsh. So it's a really good spot. It kind of creates somewhat of a hidden funnel, I guess. It'd be a really good place for bucks to cruise during the rut and just general deer movement as well. And you know, early October too could be good here with bucks coming out of the bedding area into these hardwoods, these white oaks for acorns. So definitely a good spot. The only problem is there's already a stand here, but it might be abandoned because it's supposed to be gone legally by now, this far after season. So I don't know, but definitely a good spot to check out. Now I think we're gonna drop down into the bottom here and shed hunt and kind of scout all the way to the river, back in this marsh, and kind of try to find some actual bedding areas. I've never actually located the specific spots that they bed in. They could also bed on these points, but I'm thinking they prefer to bed down in the marsh. So I'm gonna go check that out. This has to be some sort of buck bedding area. There's rubs on literally like every tree. I'd like to find a shed. Well, I was really expecting to find a shed right here, but I looked all over. This has to be a buck bedding area. I mean, there's rubs everywhere, and it just dead end. So the only reason they would come back here is to bed down. And it looks like It's kind of hard because it's matted down from snow this winter, but it looks like there's some places that might be actual beds. So no sheds though. Gotta keep looking. Alright, it's 1:30. I gotta stop and have lunch. I'm getting pretty tired. I'm well over 2 miles back in here, and I've just been kind of zigzagging. So at the end of the day, I'll look, see how far I walked, but it's starting to wear down a little bit. Need some food. Feels good to take a break. It's the first real break I've taken. I'm gonna refuel and then go find some sheds. A lot of these trails are just like cattle trails. Cannot believe I haven't found any sheds. Finally found some deer. Big group of them. Didn't see any antlers, so either shed bucks or does. One of them had a pretty big body. So I have several cattle-like trails crossing this little stream. There's another one over there. Going onto this land, this kind of island thing that's kind of surrounded by water, and it dead ends. And I think that's a primary bedding area. That is the area that those deer got up from, so I think that's a bedding area used very often, which is good to know. But there are no sheds in there, so I've checked pretty much every nook and cranny. So I came across a place that I wanted to talk a little bit about, and it's actually a place that I could see from the aerial photos that it would be good, because you can see sometimes in this marsh grass you can see really well-defined trails just on Google Earth, and they all pinch down together right in here. A bunch of heavy trails pinch down together and into, I mean, it's not one big trail going through here, but they pinch down into an area that's about 75 yards across, because this pond right out here comes in and forces all these trails that split off together, and then there's another backwater pond a little bit that way. So it all forces them down right here in this corner here. They want to come out of the swamp. I think this is really the heaviest trail, the main trail. It's pretty well used. And I think they bed in here too. Well, I think I'm gonna call it a day. It's about 4 p.m. right now, and I still have to walk up the bluff and about a mile back to the car on the access road. If you're in the need of a backpack, make sure you check out Alps Outdoors. I carried probably around 25 pounds on my back the whole day. I know line of sight I walked, or I will have walked at least 4 miles, and I was on deer trails, weaving in and out, covering everything. So you do the math. I've walked a long ways, walked all day, and I'm still fairly comfortable. The only thing I wish I did is not bring my rifle, considering I only made one stand for coyotes, and it was just hanging off my neck the whole day. So that was a little annoying, but man, I really thought I would hit my goal of finding at least one shed. Didn't think it would be that hard walking as far as I did. I thought I'd stumble across one, but you know, picked up some good information about the land, scouting for deer and stuff. Maybe there aren't many bucks in here. I don't know. Definitely need to figure that out, and maybe there's just not the class of bucks that I'm after. So I definitely need to run trail cameras here during the summer, figure out what's here, because if they aren't big here, they're not worth it to me. I have other places I can go, and this place is pretty remote. You have to do a lot of work to get them out. If I shot a deer here or back where I was, I'd have to quarter it to get it out, or come in from the river by boat, and even then I have to quarter it just because you have to go across a bunch of ponds. That'd be crazy. So it has to be big if I'm going to be hunting anything down here. So good information, fun day, beautiful day out for February. I think it's over 50 degrees, but Didn't get what I was after. That's alright though. I think I'll still post this just because I've worked my butt off the past 3 days and have nothing to show for it, so I want to at least document that I'm doing something. So anyway, I think that's going to wrap up this video. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you stay tuned and subscribe to Brook Outdoors. This day really reminded me of elk hunting. Walk around all day trying to get what you're after, and then you don't. Oh well. Elk hunting's still my favorite.